Hello, welcome back to my channel. Yes, we're doing a preview here. I was actually planning to do this preview. Why is my microphone so loud? Jesus Christ. There you go. That should be a bit better. Right, as I was saying, I was actually planning to do this review a bit later, but I saw that Connect is going live soon, and I've not been able to redirect to Connect yet, so I decided let's do this a bit sooner than I was planning, and let's redirect to him when we're done. Now I'm actually going to start backwards here with my preview, and with that I mean I'm going to start with my prediction, and then I'm going to explain my prediction. And my prediction is we are going to win 2-1. That is my prediction. And let me explain my prediction here, but we also need to stay humble. I think we need to drive that home. Hello, by the way, to Rosa. Hello, how are you? So, this is the team I'm expecting. The team we saw against Southampton, people are worried that Pep Guardiola is stepping away from what worked again. And I don't think that's what he's doing at all. I think what Pep Guardiola was trying to do was get some match fitness into Haaland, and he was trying to rotate a bit. And it was poor rotation, but O'Reilly didn't play, and that's good because he's a young player. Sometimes they need rest, and I think that's a good thing. Now at the same time, the players that got rested, like Guardiola, by the way, it's Guardiola who got rested. Yeah, I think it was. No, Guardiola played left back, right? Sorry, I'm trying to think again of what the line was against Southampton. But the players who did get rested, they're gonna be playing this game. Marmoush is gonna play. He's gonna start. People are worried that they're not gonna start. Don't worry about it. That's what I'm gonna say. This is my predicted lineup. I'll talk about substitutions later, but this is the idea for me against Crystal Palace. With Erling Haaland fit, by the way. You get Nunez here, he will push up, we know he will, and you form this back three, as we've had pretty much since we switched to the system. O'Reilly will also push up, and Silva will come down to help form this back three. And you'll have this back three slightly shifted towards this right-hand side, as we've seen, with Guardiola covering this distance and Diaz shifting down, O'Reilly able to come back quickly, same with Nunez. But these players come down, and this back three is a little bit shifted towards this right-hand side. Because this right-hand side is where we are usually creatively the weakest. With Marmoush on the left, who tends to do the best Marmoush O'Reilly take. And on the right-hand side, we seem to need a bit more support, and obviously Silva covering. Now Silva is crucial to play, I think. A lot of people will be worried, I believe, if Silva plays, but Silva has to play, because Crystal Palace knows they can do us on the counter. Silva stops those counters from happening. He covers for Matheus Nunes on the right back role. Matheus Nunes is going to push up, Silva is going to cover for Matheus Nunes, stop counters coming down that their left-hand side, our right-hand side. So he has to play for me, and I think he'll play in midfield. So we're gonna have an unction midfield again. It's a good one, I think, because you're gonna have Kovacic here. Kovacic is gonna get support from O'Reilly, so it's not gonna be a dead midfield that's too old to run. You're gonna have Nunez here as well, and I believe Doku will play on the right-hand side, and here is why. Doku is a better right winger in my opinion than he is a left winger. Now Pep Guardiola plays him on the left for whatever reason, I'm not sure. But Marmoush is better on the left. We experimented with Marmoush on the right, it didn't work. Pep has learned his lesson hopefully. Marmoush goes down the left, Doku goes down the right, because when Doku is on the right, he tends to find Haaland better than when he's on the left. When he's on the left, he struggles to find Haaland. We're gonna have Haaland in this team. De Bruyne is gonna play, let's be honest. I think he should play as well. I think for the moment he can still provide. He's still great. I don't know if there's much argument about that, but he's gonna play. It's his final game at Wembley. And he's gonna be captain for this game as well. So, barring any injuries, he should start. Now, Crystal Palace is gonna try to do against us what they did at the Etihad. And that is try to absorb the pressure, take the ball, counter quickly. Here is why I don't think that will work. At the Etihad, we kept conceding counters down these wings, and they were quick counters. We had one counter down the middle, but we'll talk about that later. Most of it came down the wings. We don't have that problem anymore. We have fixed that problem. They will struggle to go down the wings. So what they will have to do is to go through our middle. And to do that, they need to get past Gvardiol, who's playing as a center back, Diaz, who's there with Gvardiol. They have now formed a partnership. They're a bit more, they're a bit better with each other. They have a bit more chemistry. Kovacic, if he's on point, can stop that a bit. And you keep O'Reilly back a bit. I know we want to push O'Reilly up because he can score, but you keep him back a bit. You let Nunez push up. You let De Bruyne push up, because De Bruyne, he's not going to run back as quickly, which means he's not going to be as effective in stopping counters. And you keep O'Reilly back a bit. That doesn't mean he can't crash the box, but it does mean that you provide a bit more stability. I think that's the game plan, to stop any counter from coming down the middle. So now you're forcing the counters down the left and down the right. I think we can handle that if we play maturely and if we're focused. I'm not too worried about that. What I'm more so worried about is substitutions. I think the first half is going to be very dry, very still. It will either be 1-0 Man City or 0-0 at the end of the first half, I believe. Then it's important to get the correct substitutions. Let's say we're 2-0 up. Let's say we are 2-0 up, dream scenario, in the second half. Who do you bring on? None of these guys. None of these guys. These are attacking substitutions. They will lose the ball. They'll speed the game up, but that's not always a good thing. If you're winning 2-0, you want to slow the game down. You want to kill it off. Rodri or Gonzalez? Maybe. Maybe. Depends on Rodri, how fit Rodri is, by the way. But I think if we're 2 goals up, we honestly have to just dig in. Bring on Gustinov. Take off one of the fullbacks. Be it Nunez, Silva. You can take off Silva. In fact, this is what you can do. If you want to be experimental here. You take off Silva, you put Gustinov on right back, and you keep Nunez in midfield. Now you can let O'Reilly push up higher, and then you create this situation, really. You can do that if you want. I mean, left back Nunez, if anyone remember the stats. Preferably not. But this is a lot more solid, I think. Gustinov can track back again, as he's done so before. I think this is fine as well. And this is just if we're winning 2-0, you dig in, you hold control. Now, if you are lacking control, you bring on the likes of Gonzalez. Who do you take off with Gonzalez, so? And Gundogan, if you're maybe looking for a goal, maybe Gundogan as well. That's the difficult part, because if Kovacic is playing well, I don't want to take him off. Now, do we take De Bruyne off, push Kovacic higher? Now, there's no creativity, so I guess you don't put Gustinov on. You instead keep Nunez on right back and you bring on Gundogan. Is that what we're saying? Some difficult stuff to think about substitution-wise. Like starting 11, I think we can all come up with a decent starting 11. But substitution-wise, it's more difficult, isn't it? Big up to MCFC mates and big up to UV Cornercast. Thank you for subscribing, by the way. I saw that earlier today that you were subscribed. Big up to all of you. And... oh. I missed the heavyweight show, but I'll be on the next one. Oh, okay. Big up, bro. Hope City wins. Come on. I hope City wins. We've been a bit dead this season, so we need to win something. We need to win something, you know. We're dead right now. I think we'll win. The only problem is the substitutions. And not waiting for the substitutions too long. I feel like this is where you can get stuck on those substitutions. Because now we're thinking about this before the game is even being played. We're thinking about what substitutions can we make in the game. But then and Pep Guardiola is doing that too. But then if the game unfolds differently from what we expected, Pep Guardiola needs to be able to break away from those planned substitutions. And I think that's the most difficult part, because On paper, all of this sounds nice, but I think we all know Man City on paper and in practice this season have been two different things. I'm worried about playing Foden as well. Like, if we bring on Foden, is Foden gonna drop a stinker? How fit is Foden? Do you want to throw him on for an FA Cup final? I mean, you can say, okay, he'll score a goal from outside of the box, and then you can also say, he's not done that in a while. I would bring on Savio. If we really need a goal, I would bring on Savio. And I guess we'd have this team then. I guess that's fine if we're looking for a goal. I don't want to take Haaland off. I see a lot of people wanting to do this. Like do something like this. Let's say Silva in here. And I don't want to do it. Like I simply don't want to play like that. I think having Haaland is better, but we need to accommodate Haaland. And to accommodate Haaland, you need Marmoush there, so Haaland can play off of him. You need someone who can hold the width a bit, so I guess that could be O'Reilly. If you want a wild shout, here is your wild shout. We play Grealish. And who do we take off with Grealish, though? Let's say we take Gundogan off with De Bruyne. Who do we play for the... Yeah. I've got ideas, but I don't think people are gonna like it. Here is the idea. You play Grealish on left back. O'Reilly on in midfield. Yeah. I mean, then you hold the width with Grealish, who pushes up. Marmoush is gonna be here. Grealish can cross a ball decently. Marmoush can go into the box. I mean, on paper, yeah, but... Like, this is not the moment to experiment, is it? This is not the moment to start experimenting like this. I'd say no. I'd say no to that. That's a bad idea. Disregard that. Imagine though. Imagine if Pep Guardiola does this in the FA Cup final. I want someone to pay me for predicting this if this actually happens, because this will be insane. I've actually talked about Grealish on left back earlier in the season. I thought it would have worked, but we've clearly gone in a different direction. It's tough, man, because I want Bernardo Silva to play. I do want Bernardo Silva to play. If Nunez plays, Bernardo Silva has to play. Now, if you play Gustinov instead of Nunez, then I don't want Bernardo Silva. Then I want someone younger in there. Maybe Rico Lewis. Because he played well in the 8 before in the FA Cup. Maybe you play Nunez anyhow, but in midfield. Or you play him as a winger. I mean, I guess this could work. 1 second. Let's where is McAtee? Do I not have McAtee on here? Oh, I do. He's here. So this could also work. You pretty much do the same thing as we've already been saying. You have Nunez push up. Silva covered for him in this right back role. O'Reilly is gonna push up. You're gonna have this like skewered back three. And then you have McAtee bomb the box. And then Nunez can stay in this area between the 6 and front line, I guess. Just like O'Reilly. And all these players can bomb the box at any point. And then Haaland has proper support in the box. He's got someone on his left, someone on his right. Both are going to get into scoring positions. If Haaland runs onto the far post, Marmoush is going to run in behind him. McAtee is going to go for the near post. I think that works. I think that works. And then you never have to put McAtee on the far post. Like, if the ball is over here, Haaland should not go to the near post. Because you've already got Marmoush there. Or maybe Marmoush is carrying the ball. But if it's Marmoush carrying the ball, you have O'Reilly go into the box. And you avoid basically putting McAtee in the far post. You make sure that McAtee can go off to the... you make sure that McAtee can run around, basically. And he can run around Haaland if Haaland goes to the far post. Because that creates dynamics in the box as well. Is my stream lagging? Hold up. My stream lagging? What's going on here? 1 second, I think my stream crashed. Did it? Did my stream crash? No, it's just fine. McAtee, for all his flaws, provides goals every now and again. How many goals has McAtee got? Well, that's that. Okay. How many minutes has he got? McAtee has got... Well, only 342 minutes. 3 goals in 342 minutes. That's actually pretty good. That's like 1 goal every 120 minutes. Every 110 minutes, sorry. So that's actually quite good, you know. That's quite good. So I guess... Then again, when does he get most of these goals? Most of these goals, I mean, he gets them on right wing, yeah, but like, gets most of these goals when we have high scoring games, and he tends to score late. Like here, I believe he scored the last goal. Yep. Here, I believe it was the last goal again. Yep. And here, it was, he scored in this game? Here, it was the 4th goal, so... But he scored 3 goals in 300 minutes. 340 minutes, whatever. That's like 1 goal every 110 minutes. You start McAtee, provide Haaland with support in the box, get balls into the box, get Nunez pushing up, provide that security here with Silva, have O'Reilly coming up as well. I think this works. So, yeah, my prediction for the final is 2-1 Man City. I'll stick with that. That's everything, I guess. We have to win this because, by the way, let me show you guys something. Before I end this stream, let me show you guys something. 1 second, I need to find it first. There we go. I want to fucking post this after the final. I have this ready to post when the final is done. You see this last trophy on the Man City shelf? That is FA Cup 2025. 30 trophies each. I have that ready. If that FA Cup final, if we are winning by 2 goals, with 5 minutes left to go, with 10 minutes left to go even, I will post it. I want to post this before the fucking final is even done. I want to fucking post this. Man City, you have a duty to make sure the Bruyne retires having lifted a trophy as captain. So I guess that's the tactics done. I guess we could do a press conference. Has there been any press conference yet from Man City? I don't know. Man City Extra. What is it called? City Extra, not Man City Extra. There we go. Let's see if they've done the press conference yet. Okay, that's kind of that. They apparently mentioned Florian Wirtz to him during the press conference. So, press conference. Yes. Pep Guardiola is late. Big up to Pep. I'm also late for this stream. I was 1 minute late. On Man City's fitness for the final. It's the same like last week. Fair enough. Short and concise. A fantastic team, more than a year with Oliver Glasner, he's talking about Crystal Palace, with the same players. Not entirely, but close enough. So it's a final of the Emirates FA Cup. It's an honor, a privilege. That's not how you spell privilege. The third time being there. Yes, we have to perform well. We have traveled to London to win the title. I mean, what can I say? Pure facts, pure facts. I like that he's focused, I guess, but we knew that already from Pep. Pep Guardiola on Crystal Palace Football Club. Pace and quality, indeed. When they're a threat, it's because they have quality. Long balls, which we can stop. I've talked about that. Not a lot, but I've talked about that. You have Silva here to cover. Gvardiol, Diaz here in the middle. O'Reilly can track back quickly. Gvardiol will come down this left-hand side to handle counter-attacks if O'Reilly isn't back yet. And then O'Reilly, by the way, he runs in behind Gvardiol, if you haven't noticed that yet. O'Reilly is very smart, because a lot of young players, what a lot of young players will do, is say to be like, oh, I'm the left back, I have to come down this left back area and help Gvardiol. But O'Reilly is smart, he's like, Gvardiol is dead, I'm gonna run into center back. And if Gvardiol gets cooked, I'm gonna be there. And I'm gonna make sure that they don't score. Which is very smart from O'Reilly. But I think we can deal with those long balls. Mateta is strong, but our center backs, if you play Gvardiol, Diaz, are also strong. And after the quality with Eze is obvious. Yeah. And of course the pace with Sarr. They punished Aston Villa a lot. Incredible pace. Munoz Wharton is a really good holding midfielder. And links really well inside. Well structured defensively. Set pieces, one of the best in the Premier League, but it's a final. We cannot expect differently. Our set pieces are dead, by the way. But like just saying throwaway statement there. Our set pieces are dead. We need to make sure not to concede too many set pieces in this final. Pep is right on that. So we need to be screwed on. Which, by the way, if Nico Gonzalez doesn't play, I hear you, he's our £60 million midfielder. He draws a lot of fouls. When he plays, he makes a lot of fouls. So if he doesn't play, we can't concede set pieces to Crystal Palace. I'm just saying. So he won't play, for just one of many reasons why he won't play. But I'm pretty sure we'll perform well and we are going to compete against them. You don't need to just compete, by the way, you need to beat them. It's important, definitely. But to win the trophy, you have to beat there. And to beat there, you have to win the previous games. And we have done it for many, many years. Okay? Rodri is much, much better, says Pep. I'm waiting for the doctors. When they tell me he's ready, he's going to start. We don't want to take risk and take sets back now in the moment. I think Rodri will be on the bench. I think he'll come off the bench if we're winning 3-0 with like 5 minutes to go. I think he'll come off the bench if we're winning comfortably but could use some extra support. I think if we're winning like 1-0, I don't think he'll come off the bench. I think he'll stay on the bench. Which may seem weird, but like, you don't want to throw him on in an intense game. Pep Guardiola on Man City. Okay. On Man City's pursuit of Florian Wirtz. Now it's not the time to talk about that. Before the final of the FA. Quality from Pep. That. I have 24 exceptional players. No, you don't. No, you don't, Pep. No, you don't. 1 second. Hello, by the way, to him. Rumors are saying Dolberg to Ajax. Ready for Sunday against Anderlecht. Yes, sir. Leuven will win. 2-1. Leuven will win. Yeah, you know what I think about that? Press X to doubts. Give me a second. There you go. Pep Guardiola. I want to say thank you so much to Man City's fans. Sold out, by the way. Now, if you lower ticket prices, we might sell out at home as well. I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. If you lower the ticket prices, we just may sell out our home stadium as well. 1 second. Sorry, I got called. My apologies. Right, I'm gonna have to end this soon. Like 4 minutes. So when I'm done with this press conference, then I'll end. That is the end of the open section. There you go. That is the end of the press conference. So, as I said, I'm gonna have to end soon, after the press conference. My thoughts on the press conference are... yeah, okay. So, I guess that's it then. I guess that's it. Don't see too many questions in chat or anything, so... big up for anyone who came in. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Give me your predictions, by the way, in the comments and chat if you're still in here, if you, or in the comments if you watch on replay. Give me your predictions, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Oh, 3-1 City, by the way. 3-1 City, I see here as prediction. 3-1 City. Let's pray for it, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Oh, Ahmed, you just missed. Ahmed, you just missed out. Big up to Ahmed. I'm sorry, you just missed out. I'm about to round up. I have to go. My apologies, but big up Ahmed. Yes, but for the Golden FC tomorrow, we will be there, guys. We will be there. 3-0 City. Yes, sir. I'm raiding Connect, by the way. Alfred in chat, because I'm raiding Connect. My apologies, Ahmed. You just missed out. I have to go.